Good morning everyone. My name is Alan Thompson. I've had quite a lot of involvement in the new NFRDA website along with Alan Pick from eDart. So we just wanted to take a couple of minutes just to show you around the site and a couple of new features. The site is now live, so if you visit nfrda.co.uk, this is the landing page that you will now find. A couple of little pieces of information have changed here, so for prospective members and suppliers they can find out a little bit more about the group. But what we're really interested in is logging in and having a look. So if you click on the member login section on the top right, now what we have to do, we are migrating all the logins across to a new system. So at the moment we use a central dealership login, so everyone has the same username and password, and we're changing that to individual logins. Reasons for that: as a dealership you then have greater control over who accesses the site. If you have someone leave, you can very quickly disable their login, and then as the NFRDA so we want to get in contact with the service manager, we can get to those details much more easily. So when we look at this stage no one will have an email address and password, but we can very quickly set that up. So the first thing you do, if you click on your old style login orange box down here and just enter the password, or sorry, the username, and then the password that you currently use to access the NFRDA site. So that takes us through to the next screen. So this is where we say goodbye to your old login information. So click here to upgrade your login onto this button, and it takes us onto the Manage User page. So if you pretty often use the site, you'd expect to see your name in here. If it's not, you can add yourself as a new contact and just complete these fields of information. But as I was already in there, I'm just going to back up and go in and edit myself. So when you do that, just next to your name, just click the edit button, and there's a form of information in there. Just check all the details are correct. We'd really encourage you to add your mobile number. So for example, if you were in attendance at the meeting today and we needed to get hold of you, we could just get to that information a lot more quickly. Just make sure your email address is correct, because that's going to form your username, and then we must change and update the password. So just add a password in here, and go for this one. And then you just need to decide if you're going to be an administrator or a normal user. So administrator, they will have control over the whole site and all of the users, so you can have more than one administrator, but that has to be at least one administrator on the system. And a normal user, you will just be able to change your own information. So I'm guessing most of the people in the room will be administrators. That's what I'm going to be. So you update that. It doesn't look like anything's happened, but that's all updated. You see this one's in pink here. This one's just showing it hasn't had a password set up yet. So as your team sort of slowly move through and update themselves on the site, you can actually see who still needs to sort themselves out. Now all of those changes won't take effect until you log out. So if you just click the log out button, it takes you back to the main page. And then when we re-log in, we just go up, add your email, and then the username that you literally just set up. Now for other people in the dealership, they can still carry on using the old style login to go through to that page to update, as we've just done. And then there'll come a point in time where we'll obviously sort of have to switch that off, and everybody will be on the new system. But just to carry on showing you this, so I've just entered my email and password that I've just entered. We'll just log in, we remember that. And there we are. So we're now onto the NFRDA homepage. So next time you log in, you'll just come straight to this page. So very quick tour around here. You've got 6 sort of quick access panels. So things like book a meeting, having a look at the forums. We've got a section here for Alan Pick, who's done a huge amount of work for the NFRDA over the last 10 years, and it just shows some of the things that he can do for your business, very cost effectively as well, I should mention. You've also got access to the latest minutes, so the minutes for this meeting will be published in 3 or 4 weeks' time. You can also access our surveys, so the intention is we'll put a new survey up every week, just a very quick poll of a question that will be of interest to most Ford retail dealers, and you can just have a quick view of what your colleagues think, and you can just update your information there as well. The new navigation across the top, so in the home we've got things like amending users, company information, you can change passwords, a little bit about information for membership and how much that costs, and also details on other members and their stock list of vehicles. There's also a tab in here to report a problem. It is a brand new site, so we are expecting a couple of teething problems, and you can just report them there and we'll get those fixed for you. Just going across the top, you've got the normal forums. These look pretty similar at first glance. There is quite a major difference though. If I just start a new message there. So in the main message area, that all looks much the same, but we have these additional icons now. This one's probably one of the best ones, so you can click on that and you can just drag files into this area and add them, so you can effectively publish attachments, images, just to make the conversation that little bit easier. The anonymous feature is retained. I just clicked out of it there, but we would obviously sort of encourage to only use that where absolutely needed. As we go across, so the survey's in there. We've got the normal meeting tab, so like you've done for this meeting, in much the same way you can update and register yourself for the meetings. We are expecting 2 national meetings a year now, with the next one in November. RDWG, so this just tells you a little bit more of a structure of how the NFRDA and RDWG work. You can also raise questions to forward through this link, request to join the RDWG, and also look over previous minutes. So we've got the minutes from the last meeting in November already uploaded in here. Moving across, we've got buying deals. So there's a few deals in here already. I mean, probably the most successful one has been the insurance partnership that we've had. Later today we will be updating, or probably tomorrow actually, we will updating the Castrol and Ford deal, which will be announced today. This is exclusively for NFRDA members, but the deal will only be live for 7 days, so if it is something you want to take advantage of it, you would need to look at that quickly. But we'll update full details of that once the presentations happen today. Other bits in here, so you've got notice boards, so any communications that we think are particularly relevant, there will be a bit of updating to do to this section yet, but we'll put them in there. And then on the tools there, we've got the what we believe is quite popular, the Check the Tax Disc link. We might move that actually to a more accessible location, just so you can get to it really quickly. And also in here we've got links to FMC Dealer, and also things like downloaded Ford brochures and price lists, that sort of stuff. So that is pretty much a quick tour. We hope you like the new site. Alan Pick's going to be in the supplier village until 2 p.m. today, so we'd really encourage you to go and say hello to him, see if there's anything he can do for your business, or even if you just want to talk to him about any questions about migrating logins or anything more you think we can offer through the site. And hopefully you enjoy the new website, and please let us know of any feedback. Thank you.